Well, it's Saturday, July 17th, 2021. Um, guess what I just did? Well, I mentioned it yesterday, and today I have like tangible results. At least, more. I had a sense of it already, but I just wanted to see if what I felt was anywhere close to being accurate. To help make myself or let myself feel like I'm not totally off base. There is some grounding in reality of what my senses tell me and what is actually measurably true and confirmed through an outside source that tells me something outside of my own senses. Reality checks. Because a lot of times I don't know. That can be a scary thing. And frustrating and irritating and just, ugh. But you'd think I'd be used to it by now. But no. But it's going to be this way for the rest of my life anyway, so it's like there's nothing really I can do. I can laugh at myself. That's about it. But in some cases, I actually can do things for myself that I can find out things on my own, which is cool. So anyway, this morning, on my way to work, I didn't go the way I normally go. I went the way I ran yesterday, which was a detour. So I drove that way, and then which circles back out to where I go to work, and I did pay attention to as I was approaching a mile to see where the mile point is. It's a road called Pitt with 2 T's. I don't know if it's an avenue or a road or a drive, but or a circle or a court or a lane. It's definitely not a boulevard, but it's Pitt. And that's a mile. Right around there, it ticked over to a mile. So I was like, okay, cool. And then where the sidewalk ends, that is a mile and a half. It gets to a mile and a half, just maybe 20 feet, maybe 30 feet before you get to where the sidewalk ends, and you have to either stop or go out onto the highway, which I'm not going to run on the highway at any time of day, not at night, not during the day, anytime. I'm not supposed to be on the highway. So anyway, so I just turn around. So I ran that way today after work, and to see what it felt like to run that same, to see what the time was when I was doing those things. So I got to a mile, I got to Pitt, and I was at 8 minutes and 35 seconds as I passed Pitt. And I was like, cool. That feels good. And I wasn't pushing myself any harder than any other time I've been running. Since March 11th, when I started running again, for the first time was March 11th. And now it's July 17th. So 8 minutes, 35 seconds to get to Pitt for a mile. And then I got to where the sidewalk ends at 12 minutes and 50 seconds. So that was kind of cool. And then I got back to Pitt, which would be 2 miles, roughly. And it was about exactly double. I guess it was like 17:10, 17:15 maybe. It was like a couple seconds slower on the way back, but it was really close to being right on pace. And there are a couple little hills, mostly flat. There are just little rises, and there's a little hill, but nothing of significance. But still, you get a little bit of a hill, so it's nice, I guess. A little bit of variation. And And then I headed straight back. I didn't make any detours or go any other way. I just went straight back to complete the run, complete the circuit, to see what those 3 miles felt like. And it was a little bit more than 3 miles. I don't think it was quite a 5K, but almost. I could have gone an extra minute to, you know. So anyway. So in total, when I got back to the house, so like a 5K would be like, you know, just a little bit more than that, I guess. I don't know. But it was definitely at least 3 miles. A little bit more than that. And I thought about going further because I wasn't quite done yet. But I was like, well, if I want to run tomorrow, I probably should, you know, just call it today, because I'm already starting to, like, I'm running too much. And I think I'm not taking enough time off because I'm enjoying it so much. You know, because on Thursday, after letting myself rest for a good week or longer, I ran on Thursday. I went for 32 minutes and 35 seconds or whatever it was. And then yesterday I did 40 minutes and 40 seconds. And without, you know, I had no idea what the distance is. But it looks like that I'm running, like, you know, at around an 8.5, you know, and sometimes when it's hot, probably going like 9.5 minute miles. Because based on today, it was nice out. So I felt better and I was running at a comfortable pace. Whereas when it's hot, it just kills me. And the sun just drains and I can't be going. I know I'm going slower. So it's like probably closer to 9 minutes, maybe 9.5 minute miles when it's really hot. Because it just, it's terrible. But anyway, so I was very excited about that. And yeah, so that's all I got about that. And I reread my post, which I was a little bit worried about. And yeah, and of course I haven't heard anything, so I wasn't expecting anything either. Curious though, curious, interesting. Man. I lost my train of thought. Oh, but I did read it again, and I was a little worried that I was a little bit too exposed. Like made myself a little bit too vulnerable, like said too much, and was like a little bit too expressive. But I did read a post by somebody else that it was a more than one neurotype page. She's from like New Zealand, I think. But she posted something that she said, it was like a meme, but it was like just a meme that said, I'd rather be too intense than be nonchalant. And I agree with that. Because I can be very aloof and unfeeling, cold, uncaring, insensitive, and nonchalant. You know, it can appear that way. But it's just more about me just being non-reactive and passive and just taking it all in without showing. So it's like I might be, you know, have extreme feelings, but I'm just not going to show it. So I have to work and emote and write words because, you know, I'm writing words, and words are my tool to, you know, convey information and thought and image. And if I don't express myself through the words that carry some imagery with them, and you know, it's like I want to connect, but words are all I have, so I have to use them wisely. And I try to use them sparingly, because, you know, I don't want it to be sickly sweet, like dumping buckets of sugar. And it's like, no, it's got to be subtle and deft and not too stealthy. I guess not too subtle either. I guess I can be a little bit, what's the word? Tactless, where I just, yeah, it happens. But I feel strongly about it, curious about it. It's more of a, because I really don't know even. But I'm interested, very interested. But I'm trying to be as sensitive and considerate and chivalrous as I know how to be. Because it's not about me, you know? You know, I play a part, obviously, but it's not all about me and all about what I want and what I think and what's good for me. No. So it's like, that's where the sensitivity and understanding and compassion comes in. So it's like, you know, and boundaries and distance, and I get that because I need the same thing. Because if all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, this, you know, because I have the same thing going on, where it's like I need my space, and because if I don't have time for myself to do the things that I'm used to doing I don't know. I've just been by myself this whole time, so it's like I don't know how it is to not do this whole thing, this whole living with no. It's like I don't check in with anybody. I don't talk to anybody. You know, it's like I just do whatever it is feels like the next thing, and it's like I just, you know, I don't check in with anybody. I have scheduled a few things, scheduled calls, scheduled places where I go, but not like an everyday thing, or not even an every couple days thing, really. I'm just kind of just by myself, and that's just how it's been for a long time. And I'm just used to it. It's my normal. But it does get lonely, even though I'm used to it, and I don't really mind being alone. I do. It's like, do I want it to always be this way? And it's like, I don't know. I don't think so. So, anyway, I'm taking it very seriously, because this is probably, I don't know, even when it was, you know, 2 years ago, and, you know, the person that got me started writing in earnest, and I was, you know, it was my first exposure to somebody like me, and I saw, you know, it's like I connected with them like I'd never connected, you know, just that link. I mean, at least for me, I don't know how it was with them, but those 2-3 months where I was in contact with them, you know, they meant a lot to me. And I wrote for a long time after they disappeared, you know, with them in mind, just in case they came back. That it's like, this is what I've been doing. This is how you know, you can see how I've been doing. I've been making progress. I've been, you know, writing. So maybe they would, you know, like it. And, you know, they would come back. They never came back. They just disappeared completely at one point. They just, you know. I like to think that they were keeping up, but they weren't keeping up. Something bad happened. I don't know what happened. But I hope they're okay, and that yeah, there's nothing I could have done. But anyway, so everybody's free to make their own choices, just like me. So, and I'm no soothsayer to be able to tell. I only know. Yeah, I don't really know much, and I'm tired. But I really do think that they like me. I really do. And I like them back. And is that enough? It might be. Oh, but yeah. I can say that I'm still not jealous. But I do miss them, and I do want more contact, but it's not how it is right now. Right now, there's no guarantees that it'll be different anytime soon. It might continue to be this way for a while. And am I okay with that? I don't know. I'll just one day at a time, one interaction at a time, if there are any interactions, because there's very, very little. Whereas I really don't know them, and I don't know what their life is like. I only know what I'm shown, and it's shown. It's like, is any of it towards me, or am I just reading into it? I can't tell. I might just be completely inventing the whole thing, except for the stuff that is directly at me, and it's like very nice. But even then, it's like that's where the reality check's coming. Because I start to just take everything apart, and it's like, okay, wait a second, what do I know again? And then I try to reconstruct, and it's like, wait a second, why do I think this? Why do I believe that? Wait a second, and I lose track of why I believe the things I do, and then I try to reassemble them, and then they don't look right. And it's like, wait a second, I'm missing pieces here. How did I, wait, why? And then what? So it's difficult for me to hold on to beliefs. Because I get lost. That's the way I say it. One of the ways I say it. And it's just, I don't know if anybody else has that trouble, but I do. I've always had this problem. I just didn't, think about it too much. So, because I mostly just avoided people and didn't interact with them and never really got to know them too much. So, anyway, this is me trying. And I can only, and all the stuff that I do see, that might be them. That might be them. They're doing the same thing as me, in their way, in their style, as they understand it, like how I do my thing, as in my way, in my style, as I understand it. And there's got to be, and I guess there's some crossover where, I hope that they're kind of seeing my stuff and paying attention a little bit, because I'm seeing their stuff, and I am definitely paying attention. But I don't make it known that I'm paying attention. So, just like they don't make it known that they're paying attention to me. And it's like, is that because of privacy? Because they know, because I've said it before, and I believe it for myself, and I practice it, that if I know somebody's watching, if I know somebody's reading, I will be different. For me, it's like, I do best, more natural, when I kind of don't know. Because if I feel like somebody's definitely going to be reading it, like, it's like, then I don't know, it's different. Like, if I knew that there were people watching this, I would be putting on more of a show, a performance. I would probably clean up a little bit, maybe, and have something prepared, and if I messed up, I would, start again. But I don't have a script. This is not practice. This is just me coming in from a run and talking at myself. And, yeah, what you get is what you get. So, anyway, it works. And I don't even mess with the lighting too much. So, anyway, I do like the lantern light thing that I've got. It's kind of a firelight kind of thing. And man, am I looking forward to fall. It's my favorite period of time, from September into December. So it's not too far off. It's getting there. They're already doing advertisements at Kroger for, fall's on its way. Kids are back to school, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm still very happy with my run today. I know I've already shown it, but look at that. That's cool. I like it. So I like things that I like. So nothing wrong with that. It's like me I like stories. And I'm trying to live a good story, a better story. And I'm doing that. And it doesn't matter which direction it goes. Because I will be living a good story, a better story, no matter what happens, really. As long as I just keep doing what I'm doing and, keep working on myself and being better and treating people better in general, treating myself better in general, taking care of myself. What is to be, will be. And, if it isn't to be, then, well, something else will come up, That's just how it is, how it's always been, I guess. So that's a good thing. But, so anyway, I am going to go take a shower. Ugh. This is just, I still am just surprised that I have long hair. Like, how did this happen? It's like, there are people now that, one guy, he mentioned that he can't imagine me with short hair. And it's like, oh, I can't imagine me with long hair. Oh, wait, I have long hair. How did that happen? And it's just like, it's crazy. It's like, what the heck? What is all this? I mean, right now it's kind of terrible, because, well, it's not terrible, but it is like weird because it is very hot. It's not hot in here right now, but I mean, like, really? Really? Is it, like, when am I going to get this cut? And, like, how do I get it cut? Because right now it's just kind of, like, just doing whatever it does. And I haven't got it cut yet. But it's like, do I have them take off an inch, 2 inches? How long do I let it get? I don't know. But I'm definitely keeping it through the winter. Because I don't wear hats. I don't like hats. So this is my hat. And it's really nice. It was really nice to have this past winter. I liked it a lot. So I'll have it this winter. So, and I'm already planning on some photos and things I want to take pictures of. I'm going to take more pictures this year. And there's some flooding going on in the park right now. Well, flooding going on in the area right now. And the river is really high. And I just need to go out there. And part of the park is closed. But only to cars, because cars can't make it through the water. But I might go down there on foot and take some pictures or video or something of the raging waters. So anyway, I should go. How do I've gotten really comfortable talking like this. It's like my little companion pieces to go with my writing, where it's like the writing does one thing, and then this is like gives a little bit more of a backstory, a context, a narrative, to give detail and maybe some mood to what is being talked about. So, I don't know. But I feel pretty okay about things. Pretty okay. In general. Things could be, worse. Things could be better. But, we'll see what happens. It's exciting. Anyway, I should go. I should go.